evening. It's beautiful today, as it typically is. Man, it's been a while since I've got on here, and I think more than anything, I've just been so inundated with actions and then thoughts about the multiple businesses and the angles that I'm working, and the new things that pop up, and challenges and things of that nature. Wasn't really sure if I was going to jump on here today, but I started to think, why is it that I do this? Is this for me? I've always thought that, it's compelled by my experiences in how hard it has been, how frustrating it has been, how difficult and challenging it has been, and sometimes downright depressing and disenchanting it's been to continue to pursue the things that I believe will lead me to the life that I want to live for myself, my family, my friends, and all those who work with me and are surrounded by me. And I still feel that way. Yet, a lot of times when you get so busy doing action, taking real action, having real thoughts, and it consumes your life with life and business and things of that nature, you start to shift prioritization to what is most important, and that's obviously executing on the actions, taking care of my family, myself, etc. And so then you wonder, is this the right pursuit to continue to share? And I ask myself, does anyone even pay attention to my feeds? Does anyone get any value out of my feeds? And over the years, I've definitely got some really great feedback on several of the things. And so I like it for that. But is it really, am I doing a good enough job to give clear guidance on how to, change things in your life for the better, at least from my perspective, based on my experience? And I feel like I do, but I also don't feel like I've gained a lot of traction from that on the social media. So it's I do it every day in the real world with my teams, with my clients, with anyone that's around me. Anytime I can give, some input that I find value or have felt helpful to me to overcome certain things or look at things from a different perspective so that I can move forward with a clearer, more positive energy about my actions and my perception. And so it's been very impactful to me. And so now that I'm looking at man, I've really got a lot on my plate right now. And do I keep posting on these videos? And my answer just always is just yes, just keep doing it, because I wanted to do it originally. And that's one of the things that has kept me going, is even when I don't feel it or I don't really know what it is, I set out to do it because I had this vision of something. So I keep doing it. And then jumping on here also allows me to get my mind out on here. And what I guess I'm really looking for is, and this will be the evolution of, into my podcast and everything, is I'm looking for feedback. And unfortunately, YouTube on here, when you guys comment on here, Gummy, you said hi. That's great. And I appreciate that. Hello, how are you? I hope you're having a great day today. Hopefully your month is kicking ass. You're having a wonderful time in the month, and things are going great for you. But when I get on YouTube, I can't see the comments from the live, so I can't go back and respond to them. And I've looked at several different ways on how to do it, but apparently this is a YouTube thing. So I guess because I don't get to communicate with the people that are listening to me, I don't really feel like I'm getting the feedback that I want to be able to create more content, or specifically hone in on one thing that maybe somebody's having a challenge on. I'm just reflecting on my experiences and the things that come to top of mind. And when my original goal was to do this every day, so that's 365 days a year. Now, I've been piss poor at that, admittedly, and I accept that. And I'm okay with that at this point, but I would like to get to 365 days a year. And my answer to that was that I get guests on, start meeting with some of my clients and business owners that I know that have been extremely successful, or just individuals in general that have a great mindset and perspective and are outgoing and have put their values out in the world and created impact around them exponentially. And hi, everybody. How are you? Josu and Yeeson How are you guys? Thanks for stopping in. So, so anyway, you know, I would really love to get your guys' feedback. If anyone knows how to get the comments off of a live so that I can actually respond to them, or where I go in my YouTube studio to be able to respond to you guys, have conversations with you guys, ask questions, get, you know, your feedback of what the content is, from the you know, what your feedback on the content that you receive from me, if it's valuable to you, if I could add anything, things like that. That would help me create more content. I'm very much feedback driven. So, you know, when I get on these contents, I can go for a minute, but man, you give me feedback and things to jump off of, and I can go for days, you know, based off my experience and things of that nature. Nicole, doing great. How are you? Hopefully you're doing wonderful. Guys, anyway, so point to this is, if anybody knows how to actually see the comments after you end the live so that I can respond to you guys directly and get some feedback. Yeah, Pixel, thank you. Give some feedback. I appreciate it. I take any of it. I've had some some pretty interesting comments on here, which is another thing that I you know, wonder about too. Like, I'm not putting the metadata up, so I don't know if my target audience is getting hit, because I get a lot of clowns on here, people who just want to, you know, throw bad comments and stuff and things like that, which that's fine, to each their own. If that's valuable to you, that's fine. I don't take it personally, and it doesn't really disrupt me. But I'd really rather have people on here who really want to get value from what I'm putting out there. Fix my microphone? Okay. So I need to probably get one that I can hang up in the car. So I've heard that, and my mom actually commented the other day about the mic, and I think it's because my phone sits right above my vent in my car. So maybe I need to get one of the clips. That's what I'll do. Pixel, see, that's great feedback, man. I love this. I love to put myself out there, be vulnerable, take all kinds of feedback, because I learn so much. So keynote with that, because I love the feedback and I can always feedback off of that. The greatest lessons you learn are when you put yourself out there, when you show your ass, or you go in completely vulnerable and you just take the feedback. You know, some of it will be hate, because there's people out there that want to give you hate. But man, when that good feedback comes across, it will change the way you do things. Sounds like a phone call. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get a mic. I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to get a mic. I'm going to add that on there. That sounds great. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. But I hope that I continue to add subscribers. I've been getting more and more because I'm doing it more every day, which would hopefully happen with more content. But I really want to give you guys an opportunity to give me some feedback, and then me answer those questions if you have them. So thank you guys for listening. Hopefully it gave you some value today, and I wish you the best. Stay live-ish.